Welcome back, Truth Seeker. As predicted, they've blamed the terrorist attacks of Easter Sunday, April 21st, 2019 in Colombo, Sri Lanka on radical Islam. And they blamed a group known as the NTJ, which they say is a branch of ISIS, the National Thowheed Jamath. So, let's examine what's behind this name, and we'll talk about why they emphasized the words ISIS branch. If you missed my work on this attack, I'll link that in the top left corner at the end of the video. You definitely want to see the work already done. More than a month ago, I said to circle the date of April 21st, 2019. It was marked for disaster, and I also put out that warning just before 2019 began. So, April 21st, 19 was a date with 44 numerology and a date with 19 numerology. Fateful numbers. When you see big tragedies in the world, they often comes on dates with connections to 44 and 19. This group is known as the NTJ, Gematria 44. Let's just read a little bit about it right here. A day after 8 blasts ripped through luxury hotels flanked by foreigners and churches where Easter worshippers were amassed, the Sri Lankan government on Monday said it believed that a local Islamist extremist group was behind the deadly suicide bomb attacks that claimed at least 290 lives. According to the government spokesman, the government was ascertaining whether the group identified as the National Thowheed Jamath, NTJ, had international support. And now they're saying it's affiliated with ISIS. So, NTJ, 44 like kill, going with the date numerology. NTJ, also 19 like chaos, going with the date numerology. At the beginning of the year, we said 2019 would be the order out of chaos year. I did a video showing all of the 19 dates and to circle them on your calendar. Easter happened to have 44 date numerology as well, making it all the more faithful. Remember, Colombo means dove. Dove also has the gematria of 19. And doves are symbols of peace, but in terms of the New World Order, they speak in opposites. So when they say peace, they mean destruction or war, disrupting the peace. And let's also think about how this came on the anniversary of Prince's death, who had the song When Doves Cry. Could that be a coincidence or not? Prince's death was a major ritual. He put out the song in 1983, I Would Die For You, and he spelled it with the number 4 and the letter U. Used the 21st letter. So, I Would Die 421 is what that song said in letters to numbers, and he died 421. So, about these headlines and the ISIS branch thing. Notice that ISIS branch, the emphasized words, have gematria of 102 and 48, just like radical Islam, 102 and 48. We just saw on the 102nd day of the year, April 12th, Donald Trump put out this tweet, "We will never forget," and then he had the Islamic representative, Ilhan Omar, in his tweet. The thing about April 12th, if you're not familiar with this video right here shows images of 9/11, the destruction of the Twin Towers in New York. But Donald Trump made this tweet, supposedly, comparing the Islamic representative to 9/11. And he did it on April 12th, the 102nd day of the year. And again, they say the 9/11 attacks lasted 102 minutes. 102 minutes. Show you something real quick. In Jewish gematria, that's not one of our base ciphers. We have our 4 base ciphers. If you use Jewish gematria and you write out the name Al-Qaeda, who's blamed for 9/11, it's also 102. You see that? 9/11 happened on a date with 41 numerology. But 102 minutes that changed America. And then radical Islam is 102. They say this is a radical Islam group, the NJT or the NTJ. Am I getting dyslexic with it? The NTJ. The full title of that group, notice the gematria of 227, that's the 49th prime number. Ancient accepted Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, 227, 227, the 49th prime. The Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, the very powerful branch of Freemasonry that controls most of the governments of the world, including the United States. Of course, Washington, D.C., named after the Scottish Rite Freemason George Washington, the headquarters for the Scottish Rite for North America in D.C. 227, again, the 49th prime, Scottish 49, America 49. Special numbers. 92 for the Synagogue of Satan, the false Jews. 367, the 73rd prime, Mason 73. 115, Masonic and Killing 115. So a lot of interesting numbers encoded in the title of this group. But again, it's also predictable and it's also transparent when you know the code. You know, every mainstream news source is educating about who the NTJ is today because we've never heard about this group before today. You know? Another boogeyman pulled out of the woodshed for another New World Order false flag. That's what it is. And again, if you missed yesterday's videos, we talked about how it came 33 weeks from the president of Sri Lanka's birthday. Just like the same thing in New Zealand, false flag 33, masonry 33, secrecy 33, order 33, police 33. Same patterns going on worldwide. English, the language of the world. And Donald Trump also supposedly put out this weird tweet yesterday saying at least 138 million people killed in the Easter blast. And again, these messages put out, they're coded information. Donald Trump equals 138. I'm sure there's something greater to the number. But just wanted to cover these latest details. Look for that video in the top left corner in case you missed yesterday's work. Until next time, Truth Seeker.